What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here out front of Goodwill, and we are going to go inside and see what we find. Look up and down all the aisles: electronics, clothing, toys, random household stuff, CDs and media, just so many different things, guys. Hopefully we find some awesome stuff. Let's go. Alright, so here we are inside. I'm doing a voiceover because the music was very loud and I do not want a copyright strike. So we are looking at the toy section and I see these two toys. And I notice that they have these white stickers on them right there, $7 and $8. That means they are from Target. Goodwill actually buys clearance items from Target, sells them in their store. So I try to avoid those things. Now, I found these cool Pokemon items sitting right up front. I threw them right in my cart. Didn't look them up yet. And priced between $6 and $10. They're straight from 1999, brand new. I mean, there is some box damage. They still have the KB Toys stickers on them. The things are just so cool. I ended up keeping this one. Had to put back the others because they weren't worth anything. Impossible to find on Amazon, of course. This is one Target item that I did end up looking up because it was only $2 for a game. I'm going to make about $5, $6 on it, so it was worth it. Not a lot of money to be made, but still some money. But these Pokemon things just aren't on Amazon. They're not anywhere that, you know, you could really sell them besides eBay, and there's a few people trying to sell them on eBay, and they just don't go for that much money. Maybe they were mass-produced, I'm not sure, but I ended up obviously having to leave them. They're cool, but if I can't make money on them, there's no point in me buying them and spending money on them. Now, of course, like I said, I did keep the little set down below, the pencil sharpener and everything. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know why I bought it, but I kind of wanted it. Same thing with the tattoo set. I almost kept it, but I ended up putting it back. Down the next aisle, I found this charades in a box. $6, not bad, honestly. I'm going to make about $10 on it, maybe $11, $12. So definitely ended up being something that was worthwhile, worth a look and a scan, and I always recommend scanning every single board game you find that is brand new sealed. Every toy that you find that is brand new sealed. You never know what you're going to find that could be worth $20, $30, $40. Only takes a few seconds, so just do it and you might be very surprised. Down here I found these Philips Christmas lights. Of course it's February, but $6 a pop. You know, if I wanted to hold them until next year, I'm sure I could make $15, $20 each on them, but I do not want to just take up all that space in my house to make, you know, a $10 profit. And right here, I did end up scanning this Rube Goldberg game at $3. It still wasn't worth it, and it only had 1 star on Amazon. I couldn't believe it, so obviously it's a very bad product. And another thing from Target. So Goodwill has been buying a lot of items from Target recently, especially the Goodwills near me. I don't know, maybe donations are down, I don't know, but a lot of things on the shelves are Target clearance items. Again, here we find a lot more Target clearance items. All of these Pantene foam conditioners. Now, they were only $1 each, so I'm like, okay, maybe I can make some money with this. Ended up looking them up on Amazon, and you can't sell them via FBA because of a hazmat warning. I was like, all right, well, maybe I could sell them on eBay. Now, the sell-through on eBay just wasn't that good, and you'd have to lot them up. Shipping would kill you on them. It wasn't worth it to me to hold on to all of these in my office for a long time, so I ended up leaving them. Now, moving on to the shoes, I get a lot of requests actually to take a look at shoes. I know a lot of resellers do. I personally don't sell a lot of shoes, and you'll see why. Here's a nice pair of Johnston Murphys. We flip it over, and $15. Now, that's not a horrible price, but you'll see some worse prices in a second here. That says 15R6. That means $15 red tag, so a different tag is on sale each week, and that would be 50% off. Now, look at these moldy shoes with gunk on the bottom, a pair of Bostonians for $12. And that's a 12Y, which means yellow. So when yellow is 50% off, those shoes would be 50% off. So it's kind of a shame that they write with Sharpie on them, but it is possible to get it off. But with these prices and the condition, a lot of the shoes around me personally, the condition's just no good. Now I'm looking at some kids shoes, $2, and that says 2G4. I don't know what the second number means, but that means $2 and green. Right here, I believe that is 12 yellow. So $12 for a pair of no-name brand kids sneakers, that's a no-go. There is not a chance I would spend that much on a pair of no-name brand shoes. So that is why I don't really buy shoes, guys, especially near me. I have had the request, so I figured I would just check it out for you guys. Now we're going to be moving down this little middle aisle, heading closer to the books. I see this cool little plush out of my eye. This is like the furniture aisle, but you know, there's some things just sitting around here. I was kind of excited to look at it. Oh, it's from Target. So odds are the price on Amazon is already pretty low, because when an item is clearanced off at Target, then a lot of people buy it there to sell on Amazon, and then Goodwill buys it and tries to sell it there for a little bit cheaper, but the price has already sunk so much on Amazon that it's hard to really find something worth some money. I was a little excited when I found this biology book by Pearson. Pearson books usually go for a decent amount of money. $2, guys. Great price. I scanned it in. Not worth anything. Horrible rank as well. Taking a look at the mixed media over here. This is mostly VHS tapes. Definitely didn't find anything. Just looking for anything cool, sealed, unique, any cool horror movies, things like that. Didn't see anything. Moving over to the glass case. Now this is where all the big money stuff is. $80 for this, half off, $40. And these Bible study things, homeschool things. Definitely great things. They both go for over $200, but they were both used, and the Bible study was missing a component, so I couldn't buy either, sadly. And this PlayStation 2 at $50 with no controller, that is nutty. Obviously had to leave that behind. Decided to take a quick look at the clothing here, and flipping through, I found this really cool jacket. Check this thing out. It says Got Game. It's a football player. It's all red, white, and blue. I believe it's like a nylon polyester jacket. Brand new with tags from the store Steve & Barry's, that was a big discount department store in Connecticut, and it shut down a few years ago. I ended up leaving it behind, but what do you guys think? Should have I grabbed it? It was priced between $5 and $10, somewhere in there. I think if it was $5, I might have grabbed it. $10, that's definitely pushing it, but it was unique, along with these Disney sweaters, priced at $6 each. It's a little high for me, in my opinion. I was enjoying this Cape Cod. I go to Cape Cod every summer, and I was really enjoying this Cape Cod long sleeve shirt. It was a size XL. I thought I was going to buy it for myself, but it was definitely too big. But, you know, I'm just looking through these things, seeing what I find. Most of my clothes at the Goodwills near me have base prices of $4 for a t-shirt, $5 for a long sleeve shirt, $6 and up usually for sweaters, and then $10 for jackets. But of course, it's all up to the Goodwill pricer. That's just the base price. Most of the time, the prices are going to be higher than the base price. I've seen t-shirts as high as $20, $30 just because they're Nike and a thrift store decides to price them real high. This thrift store that I'm at right now doesn't do it too often, but others do, and it is a pain when you think you found something great and the price just hurts you inside, just hurts you. I'll show you a quick example right here. I found a nice little LL Bean jacket. It's a women's, so I wasn't going to grab it anyways. $5, but it was originally $10. Now, I decided to walk over to the jeans. Couldn't believe what I found. 2 pairs of brand new Dickies. I scanned them just because. I normally don't scan clothing because it's not really on Amazon, but these were on Amazon. Could not believe they were on Amazon for $35 as well. They were only priced at $6 each, so of course I'm going to grab them. Looking back in the rack for more of them, and guys, with white clothing, you really want to check them. Make sure there's no stains on them. A lot of white clothing is going to have stains in the thrift store. Doesn't mean they were donated with them, but they get dropped on the floor, get stepped on, get dirt on them, and that's just something I would normally like to avoid. So we're going to leave this Goodwill now, and I'm going to meet you guys in my car. So you guys saw what I got in there. We just left. It's already pitch black outside. Some pretty good things. Those jeans were a complete unexpected thing at the very end. I was just walking by, I saw they were brand new, saw they had a barcode. I'm like, all right, yeah, let me scan them, see what happens, right? And they ended up being worth a decent amount of money, so not too bad there. And what else? All those Pokemon things, you know, I thought they were gonna be worth a little bit more. They weren't. I got the pencil sharpener. I don't know if I showed it. I hope I did. Pencil sharpener, tape dispenser, and all that. I got that for myself. I don't know why. It was $6. I figured I could just use them for fun for a little while. I mean, it's all things I need, right? A little measuring tape, a stapler, tape dispenser, pencil sharpener. I could use all those things on my desk and add a little bit of frilliness to my desk. It's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. If I want to sell them, I'm sure I could sell them and get more than $6 out of them, so that's good. And a couple board games, nothing too phenomenal. I did find a few things in there. Obviously, I showed you guys the things in the glass case that were super expensive. That $50 PlayStation 2. Insane. 50 bucks for a PlayStation 2 is extremely expensive. That is not at all what I would ever pay. I wouldn't even pay 25. That's pushing it. Especially for the fat model, no controller. Gotta go find a controller, gotta test it, do all that work. Usually, you know, 10, 15 bucks is a pretty good limit when it comes to those older consoles. Always depends on the model though, of course. So that's that, guys. We are going to be going to retail stores now and doing some retail arbitrage, which should be pretty cool. That will be in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.